Hello, welcome. Celtic 2, Barcelona 1. What a day, what a night. Happy birthday, Glasgow Celtic, Football Club and Athletic. God bless Neil Lennon and these boys for providing a wonderful night last night for the Celtic fans. Hail, hail, Senza Emilia, for all the Celtic fans who, if there was any doubt at all that who were the best fans in the world ever, what a time and what a way to put on a display like that. Absolutely stunning. From the fans to the management, to the directors, to the owners, to the temporary custodians, to each and every one. Happy birthday. I was privileged to be able to sit in the chapel the night previously, and the priest said they had it from high authority from Celtic that they were going to get a victory. But not to blame him, he was only in sales. And we did it. The salesman from the chapel of St Mary's. The salesman from the chapel of St Mary's of the Buff of Celtic. He's just like the man from Del Monte. You say yes, you what, he's love and harmony. Boy Hislop, how you doing, brother? Yes, a big cheesy smile. How good was it? It was just amazing. The display at the start set the scene from You'll Never Walk Alone to the display, and when the huddle, the cheer and the deafening noise. I tweeted earlier on, Scottish football and Scottish establishment, the Freemasonic occult, has been the vital 12th man, the fourth estate, with all the black ops propaganda and PR backing up bankrupt Rangers and their cheating and their corruption for decades. That was their 12th man. Celtic fans, we took them on. We created our own 12th man. The roar of the crowd. The referee, when he would cheat, he would roar with disapproval, so that the bastard knew the next time the roar will be louder, for he's a cheat. Who's a mason in the black? They kept at it, they kept cheating, we kept at it. The internet came along, we collectivised the internet bampots, the key bloggers and others who have led the way, told us all how to defeat the Freemasonic cabal that sits in Edmondson Drive from the Masonic marble staircase, the temple for Rangersism. And how do we beat it? Well, first of all, we put the big cup with Big Jock Stein and the Lisbon Lions, and we put it in the mantelpiece, and we said, beat that if you can. And they tried, and they failed, and they died. And last night, the icing on the cake. We dined with the finest team the world football has ever seen. In my opinion anyway. I love them. I love Barcelona. Messi, Iniesta, Xavier. They gave me one of the finest nights ever. 5-0. 5-0. I stood there in awe of a 5-0 thrashing. A goal The fourth goal, the threaded ball, Messi in the middle, shrugs his shoulder, beats one, beats two, threads it through. Next touch was on the edge of the box, and it was Villa, and it was goal, and he ran, and me and my son were in the third tier, 4-0. Puta Mourinho, puta Ronaldo. Barcelona was just, I never heard a noise like it until last night when we beat it. The first time I seen a display in a stadium like that was in that Barcelona when they held up the flag of Catalonia. Proud flag. Independence for Catalonia. But last night, the display the Celtic put out was just jaw-dropping. It was awesome. 125 years. No wonder Rod Stewart was in tears. I'm in tears now thinking about it. Barcelona fans, they played their part. God bless them. We couldn't have wished for a better setting, a better scene, a better team. Two better teams on the planet. We couldn't have wished. I didn't go to it. Myself had tickets and I gave them away to other people more deserving. I'm just a big time glory hunter anyway. I only go along for the big games. So I was there in the Nou Camp anyway. Seeing us cruelly defeated by George Scotland. But listening to it, watching it, it's so beautiful. It really was. Paddy Kelly, peace, love and harmony. Right, listen. Talking a lot of flannel juice and gibberish here. Welcome on board. Let's get in about it.
The person at extension.
Oops. Right. That's a good sign anyway. That's a good sign. Right, we'll carry on with my flannel juice and gibberish, if you don't mind me opining. I've also got here, last night after the game, I picked up Paolo Nutini. The bold Paolo. I've never got his number, I got a friend's number. And I'll maybe phone him back later on, see if I can get an interview. But someone who I picked up, looking like a Bin Laden lookalike in Halloween. I thought it was Bin Laden dressed in civvies. On the night that he scored against Celtic. I picked up Kellen Sheridan, and I just did a chat with him off air. I spoke to him, a nice guy. And, would you like to hear the bold Kellen? I've got about 11 minutes chat with Kellen. What we'll do then, since the person there, what time's it? So we're on 3:05. Right, Kushti, we'll play this, we'll come back and we'll see if we can get the main event later on, God willing. Say your prayers. He was there earlier on, he is on a phone now. He's there, ready to speak, we're ready to go. Hopefully we're going to get him. So we'll talk to the bold Killian and his thoughts on last night and Kilmarnock and various other things. Back here in about 11 minutes. And God willing, we'll carry on the rest of the show. So good to be a Tim today, eh? So good. Hail, hail. And we'll get a guest today, Kellen Sheridan. Hello, do we have Kellen here? Kellen?
Hello.
How you doing, brother? How's things?
Not bad, Tommy.
Just coming back from a layoff there, you getting back to full fitness, Killian?
Yeah, that's it back now. Got rid of the cold or flu, so hopefully I'll be back. Back scoring.
You're coming back into a team now that is probably the world's champions, because having Celtic defeated the world club champions Barcelona and your team defeating us, so that makes you some kind of world champions then, and some kind of sick logic, and a Scottish logic anyway, because that's the Scottish logic. So, I mean, watching last night's game, how do you feel about that then, watching it for Scottish football in a general sense, Killian?
Yeah, no, it was a brilliant result for the league, I think. There's probably a lot of things being said about it since Rangers went out of it, so it's good for Scottish football to get a lift like that, to beat a team that a lot of people are saying is the best they've ever seen. So to get a result result like that can definitely raise the profile of the game.
Yeah, I mean, you took to the pitch. You played against these same Celtic players who played. I mean, how do you feel your achievements there just a couple of weeks ago in Kilmarnock against a Celtic team? You played. How do you feel?
Yeah, and obviously it makes us watching that, and when you see Celtic beat a team like Barcelona, and then makes you a bit more pride to say that, well, we beat that team as well. So you can look at it like that. But I think on the whole, the whole league, I think has to be pretty proud of what they've done.
Yeah, particularly after this summer, we've been told by all these intellectual crackpots of the media and pseudo-intellectuals saying Armageddon and Scottish football's dead. But this result last night proves anything otherwise. I mean, when Celtic lost the cup to Kilmarnock last season, at least we could say that, well, it's a strong league, it's a strong competition. You know, Celtic has no divine right to win everything at any time. You know, the club that recently died, they were the team that wanted to win at all costs, but to win at all costs at football, it defeats the purpose. You know, so Celtic has no divine right, and I was really happy. Well, after I analysed it, when Kilmarnock won, it keeps the league fresh. It stops these depressing people who want to cut it down and say how bad it is. So yeah, for the people who said Scottish football was dead, you know, hell slap into them. It's alive and thriving. How do you feel Kilmarnock's chances are this season, Kellen? How do you feel far up you can? Do you think you could actually make it? You know, into the second place position? Do you think that's viable? Are you talking about that as a manager? Genius up for second place? Do you think it's possible?
Well, at the minute he's not really talking about league positions because it's still pretty early on. But I think that most of the clubs in the league will all feel as if they can be up there. They're all battling for that position. And even I think Celtic will probably feel that it's not. They probably didn't think it would be as competitive for them. Where you look at us beating them, and then even Dundee United, they're not giving up and getting something from the game. So I think it's for a lot of the other teams. I think we're all kind of looking at how high up we can finish, and it's a battle between us all. But definitely that result, I think, it should lift the league and Scottish football, especially after with all the Craig Levein stuff happening, and then for Celtic's win to kind of overshadow everything, or not overshadow, but to kind of forget about all that doom and gloom, and now it's a bit more positive.
Yeah, I mean, when Celtic qualified for that, I think everybody, Celtic persuasion, breathed a sigh of relief because without it, we knew it was going to be a long, hard season, and it's given us all a boost. And then last night, I felt confident getting into it because being a Barca fan also and watching them, I could see their weaknesses and I could see that we could exploit it. Now, you've worked with Neil Lennon as a manager, you know, what he did there against Barcelona, against one of the best teams. How do you rate Neil Lennon's performance as a manager and from your experience of him previously, Killian?
Yeah, no, that's got to be, obviously he said it last night, it's probably his best achievement as a manager. You see all the top managers in Europe trying to do it, and trying to beat Barcelona and failed. So for him to do that so early in his managerial career is definitely a brilliant achievement.
Yeah, and a limited budget with players that have been bought at the bargain basement. If you consider where Barcelona shot for their players and how much they pay, you know, 30 odd million for Fabregas. The whole team of Celtic was probably built for half of that, and it was how it was organised. You know, even, you know, over 30 seconds, a George Scotland goal in the Nou Camp. It would have meant, if it wasn't for that, Celtic could have took 4 points off probably one of the best teams ever. You know, so it does show what Neil Lennon has, how far he's came. You know, from. Or how, yeah, it was a brilliant. Did you watch a game? Where were you watching it last night, Kellen, if you don't mind me asking that? Were you?
I stayed in and watched it.
Just chilled out, yeah. Preparing.
Yeah.
Who's the game Kilmarnock have got this weekend? Who are you playing?
We play Ross County at home.
And you hoping to be in the lineup for that then, yeah?
Yeah, so we need to make up for last week's performance, so we'll be hoping to get something from the game and definitely improve on our performance from last week.
Yeah. I wish I could say congratulations, well done, but I'm not a big fan of Kilmarnock. But
I suppose as yourself as a professional player, you've got to ply your trade and do the best you can. And you did take that goal wonderfully. I mean, the way you went past, it was Effie Ambrose, and it was almost Messi like, mate. You were better than Messi. You did what Messi couldn't do. You took the lead against us, isn't it? I mean, so do you think your career at Kilmarnock, are you envisaging big things there? Are you looking for the long term? How's your plans for yourself for the future? Because I know you're still a young lad, Killian, and you've been through a lot of clubs. How do you envisage yourself seeing it for yourself personally?
Well, at the minute, I'm happy with having some stability, knowing where I am rather than constantly being loaned out places and always moving every window. So it's good to have some stability, and then I think it's down to me and how I can improve. And the main thing is need to score. Obviously, scoring against Celtic I've still been getting a lot of Celtic fans saying well done and that. So there's been no bitterness or anything towards the goal. So it's all been good so far.
No, I mean, we even took in our ranks a player who scored 2 goals, crushed us, and handed the league over to the old Sevco, know what I mean, Scott McDonald. So we don't bear grudges, Celtic fans, know what I mean. You can come back and score against us, know what I mean. It's all right. Obviously, you're wearing that beard for disguise now, because just in case that we do bring it back against you. But it's a fine mighty beard for someone who's a connoisseur of the beards myself, having a beard. Are you planning on growing it Bin Laden style much more then, Killian, or are you keeping it trimmed?
I've actually had to shave it for November.
Oh, you shaved it, aye?
I've got a moustache now to hide myself.
Okay. So yeah, cool. Well, I'll finish off then, Kellen, for yourself. Thanks for joining us in Glasgow Radio Online tonight. So for the season, you expect Kilmarnock to rise quite well to the top. You think a place in Europe that's obviously got to be there. Do you think it's achievable then for Kilmarnock?
If we can get some consistency in our game, then I don't think why not. It's just the fact of winning 1 week, losing the next week is not really ideal. So I think the main thing we need to do is get consistency.
And for Celtic, how do you fancy their chances for getting to the latter stages? I've heard that Barcelona win and Celtic get a draw, and Benfica, that's us through. Do you think that we get through, that we could progress past the last 16, the last 8? Has this Celtic team got true potential that can march on further?
I don't see why not. Especially teams especially after last night, I can't see teams looking forward to coming to play here. So there's definitely after beating Barcelona, teams will be afraid of coming there. So I don't see why not.
And a final question, I'll let you go, Kellen. Teams that can grow, I've seen it before a few times with Celtic, but with one result, how they grow have you seen that before previously at teams, how one result can make them blossom? Do you think?
Yeah, I think if you only look back to last season when Celtic were 3-0 down against Kilmarnock, and then I think that result kind of inspired them for the rest of the season. So never know, last night's result could do that for them in Europe this season.
Well, I mean, Celtic fans have been singing we're on our way to Wembley, and if we can beat a team of Barcelona stature, then the world's our oyster, basically. Do you think we could do it to Wembley? I'll finish this one. Will Celtic make it to Wembley, Kellen, and I'll bid you farewell? Can he do it? Is it in a locker? Is Neil Lennon, can we do it? That's the point.
If you play Barcelona in every round, then yeah.
Right, God bless, Kellen. If we need any backup, we'll get you back on loan in September. Keep scoring the goals and we'll bring you back, mate, because we've got a history of bringing players back. So knock them in for Kilmarnock and score a barrel load and we'll get you back here, mate.
Hi, cheers.
God bless, Kellen. Hail, hail.
Thanks.
The bold Kellen Sheridan, ex-Celtic and all round the world, and now back in Scotland, plying his trade for Kilmarnock. Thanks a lot, brother. Yes, told Kellen Sheridan. Just thinking about it. We'd need to be scoring 5 goals a week. With handstands Effie Ambrose on top, just to win our approval to get him back. Bicycle kicks, and dribbles and all that, and then we'll get him back, because this Celtic team now, can it be improved? Who would you bring in to improve it? We didn't have our captain Scott Brown last night. We didn't have our player of the year from a couple of seasons ago. We didn't have our top striker. Oh my goodness. We had no top striker. We had no captain in the midfield. And our award-winning defender of 2 seasons ago was out. And we beat the current World Club champions, European champions, just 1.5 years ago in Wembley.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Ogilvie.
Yes?
Oh, hello there. It's Tommy Gold here, Glasgow Radio Online.
Yes?
How you doing, Mr. Ogilvie?
I'm actually in a meeting just now. Do you think you could phone back?
Oh, right. Sorry to bother you. What's best for yourself?
We could try again in about an hour, okay?
Okay, no problem at all. Sorry to bother you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Well, you heard them there. We'll try again in an hour.